Let's talk about boundaries in your relationships. And this can be with your partner, or if you're dating somebody, or just with anybody, really. New people, people in your family, whatever that is. So we're going to go through 6 different points, and this is going to help out those of you with chronic illnesses, with things like long COVID, ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, Lyme, all those fun things, right? So the first one is to work within your energy envelope. Now, we talk about pacing a lot especially in the membership program that I offer, and this is true of your relationships as well, right? So if you have an inclination to say no, or if you feel like when you think about doing something with somebody that it just feels like it's not going to be fun, or like it could be harmful to you, if you feel like it could possibly cause a crash, then to start off with, give yourself permission to say no. And then you can kind of see if you can work out a way to, if you want to see this person or interact with this person, find out a way to interact with them, or work out a way to interact with them that is going to be within your energy envelope, and that's going to be easier for you. So just remembering that it's okay to say no, right? And then the second one, and I know that this can be really hard, especially in the beginning, is to communicate to other people what you need. Because to a certain degree, your needs right now are going to have to come first. So it's important to be able to ask for what you need. So let's think of an example here. Let's say that you are the mother of 2 and that your wonderful partner is really good about helping with things around the house and all the other things that good partners have to do in these kinds of situations. But maybe they aren't so great at keeping the kids out of your room when you need that, when you're on overload, when your senses are just, you can't take any more, and you know that you're on the way to a crash, right? So you need that alone time. So in that case, it's really good and really important to be able to communicate that to your partner, and maybe even for the 2 of you to figure out a strategy beforehand, before something like that happens. It's like a playbook. Okay, so if I need to be alone and quiet, then I will do this to let you know. And this is what you do. You call my mom so that she can come and pick up the kids, or y'all go out to eat, or something along those lines. And next, we have new people in your life, right? So especially if you are, we just got this question in for the sex, pleasure, and intimacy with chronic illness talk that I'm going to be doing with my dear friend Roshni, who is a trauma-informed sex therapist. And this is along the lines of answering this particular question. The question was, when in a new relationship or when I'm dating somebody, when do I let them know that that I have this chronic illness? And my advice is to do it straight up front, right away. The first time that you go out, the first time that you meet with this person, either on a Zoom date or an in-person date or whatever, or if it's just a new friend, same thing, to let them know that you currently have a chronic illness and that you're having a journey with it, and that it means that you might need to get off early. It also means that you're going to need to check in with yourself every few minutes or whatever. Now, if it is a date, of course, let's say, for example, that you're on a dating service or something like that, and y'all are messaging each other. Actually, it might even be a good idea then, because you're not going to want to be with somebody who isn't able to handle you having a chronic illness, right? And, there are plenty of wonderful people out there, wonderful partners who are willing to do that and who are interested in learning more about what you are experiencing, what you're dealing with. So those are the kinds of people that we want to be interacting with anyway, right? Yeah. The fourth one is to stick with your own wellness schedule. Now, whether that means your medical appointments or your nutrition appointments or your coaching appointments, whatever that might be, make sure that you're sticking with those. And that leads into our next one, and that is to prioritize yourself and that focus on self-care. And we touched on that just a little bit earlier, but when you're communicating with other people, you have to keep coming back to that as your primary objective. And I know how difficult that can be for a number of different reasons. I just, I think back to when I was so sick that first time around with severe ME/CFS for 8 to 10 years when I was in my 20s, and I was, oh my gosh, I just look back at myself at that point and I say, oh, I just feel for you. I mean, I was still very, very powerful, even within that chronic illness and even within the low self-confidence. But that low self-confidence also meant that I didn't feel comfortable asking for what I needed, and that I also didn't even really take the time to work out what it was that I needed and what it was that was okay for me to do and what wasn't okay for me to do. So that's another great suggestion, and that's one of the things that we do in the free pacing workshops that I offer sometimes. But we come back to this, okay, what are the things that I need to prioritize here? And the first one is that self-care. Always, always, always. And then when you do prioritize those things, then you have more to offer to other people, right? And I know that there's a lot of guilt that can come in with that, with prioritizing yourself. There's a lot of feeling like you're being selfish. But again, you have more to give when you're doing better yourself, when you're taking care of yourself first. It's the whole airplane thing, right? When you're on an airplane, if there's trouble and the oxygen masks drop, you're instructed to put the oxygen mask on yourself first and then on your children and other people that you're with. So that's what you do for yourself as well, right? Now, if you're dealing with people who are just toxic to you, this is where prioritizing your well-being makes it really a lot easier to just let go of them. And you don't even have to say anything to them. You can just, just stop communicating with them. If it's somebody that you're close to, like a close family member, then, find a way to maybe only interact with them once a month. Maybe you do monthly phone calls for 15 minutes or something like that, and just let them know, where I am right now with this illness, that's what I can do. And if they can't handle it, then, that can be very painful. But again, you've got to put yourself first. Always, you've got to put yourself first. And that is a loving thing to do for yourself and for other people. And one of the ways that you can make that easier is to do this course actually that I created. It's called Heal Your Life Relationships. And it's where we actually do trilogy processes together. Now, this is what I like to call meditation on steroids. But what we find is that it reduces stress levels for people. And since this course, we focus specifically on relationships, because of that, then you're able to address all the relationships in your life, including with yourself, including with your body, including with a higher source, God, spirit, whatever you think of it there or not think of it there. And so this is going to help you with all of those relationships, and it's going to help you to be able to set these boundaries more easily. Now, I promised you 6, right? 6 points. And so the 6th one is, it's important to honor your journey, right? To honor your chronic illness journey. And it is a bittersweet thing. But when you can take that step back and take a look at how far you've come so far and all the wisdom that you've gleaned from it, and where you are now, and you can stand solid within that, so that when you do have, let's say that you do have other people who, don't believe that you're as ill as you are, or who think that you should be able to just suck it up and exercise more and get out there and do stuff, which of course we know is the worst thing you could try to do when you have things like long COVID and ME/CFS, because of pacing, because of crashing, because of all that stuff. But when you are able to be within yourself and to honor that journey, and to honor the fact that you are where you are right now, and that it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about it, which is easier said than done, I understand. But you can get there. You can like tiptoe into it every once in a while, and then you'll live there for a little bit, and then you'll fall out of it again, and then you'll tiptoe into it again a little bit more. And it's okay to get angry too. That's actually really, really good. You don't want to stay there, of course, but that's a helpful step. So I hope that this is all helpful for you. Again, we're featuring this month actually the Heal Your Life Relationships course. So take a look at that. That's going to take you through every single relationship in your life and just clear it out. And it's amazing the effects that clearing your relationships has in other areas of your life. A lot of times I start people out with that, if I can tell, for their healing journey overall, if I can tell that that's something that's kind of holding them back. So yeah, I hope that's helpful, and I hope to see you in another video soon.